In this video, I'm going to add in MP as a stat, which is very simple. And then I'm going to add in wrappers for the health and for the MP. I'm thinking the wrappers are going to be so similar, there's got to be a way I can make them both the same thing, essentially, or at least come from the same base script. Um, I'm struggling to think why a stat like HP would require something built over the top of it when all the other stats kind of do similar things, but they won't have an actual wrapper per stat. Maybe it's because we have different ways of dealing with HP, whereas a stat is kind of a stat. Okay, let's go entities. We can chuck it in here. I don't think I've called anything HP yet. Maybe stat wrapper would be a way of keeping it sort of away and more categorized. Oh, what did I do? Entities, stat wrapper. Let's actually make stat wrapper. So again, this is going to be abstract. We don't want stat wrapper to just be its own thing. Maybe there'd be some way of changing this in the inspector, which that kind of defeats the purpose of having the concrete class that inherits from it. So what does this do? What does this do? There's going to be some kind of public. I'll put void for now, but that'll probably change. Public void take damage, and at the moment I'll just put in a value, but I imagine this will change into some kind of damage object. And then there'll be a battle unit for the source of the damage. And then there will be a private battle unit of parent battle unit, and this is going to be return get component in parent battle unit. Maybe it won't even be in parent, maybe it's just get component. And I would assume this is going to be protected as well. maybe take damage is going to be abstract. Abstract void. Pay as cost. And this, I guess that doesn't make sense. It would be maybe ability. If you've had to pay this. Maybe don't need that. Maybe don't need that. Restore. And then there'll be a battle unit source for that as well. We might want to be passing in the ability. I guess the ability would be part of some kind of damage object. But for now, this is probably fine. And the purpose for this is, say you have an ability that says, when you heal yourself, you gain double. Then we just check if the source that caused this restore was yourself, then you can heal double. If you take damage, there might be a thing that says if you take damage from skeletons, it does less damage. I don't know. I guess this could factor into it here. And that's why I think maybe you would want something in here. If you pay a cost, if you spend, say, MP on restoration type spells, then it's half cost. Then maybe you could add that in here somewhere. So stat wrapper is going to look something like that. Probably end up adding more to it. So HP builds upon stat wrapper, and then we'll implement the abstract class. Pay as cost. So we'll take the parent battle unit, grab the stats, maybe instead of set, it could be some kind of reduce. I seem to be wanting that functionality often. So if I do public void increase, public void reduce, and then pass in some kind of amount. I can grab the current value, okay, get stat, and then I can say set stat current value plus value, and then set stat current value minus value. And in here, we're going to have to do some checks. Oh, I remembered why wrappers are good. Because there's going to be a max and a minimum. So increase and reduce might be dangerous to use, but it kind of just does what I would be coding in anyway. So let's just see how it goes. HP, we're going to start.hp. So we don't really do checks here, which means anytime we're paying a cost, we must be absolutely sure that they can pay it before we try and pay it. Because this isn't to do with checking. You don't want to be checking when you're paying. You want to check before you attempt to pay. So yeah, we'll just reduce the HP by the value. Restore is pretty similar. Parent battle unit starts dot increase. And we'll just add a property in here that says public int current, and that is get parent return parent dot starts dot get start.hp, and then public int maximum get return parent dot starts dot get max HP. And actually we could just use this to set yeah, so if we add in a set as well, I guess that's a nicer way of writing all this shit, I think. Set would be okay there. This is going to be much nicer than even using reduce and increase, I think. Get and set starts dot get HP value, and then we'll close that off. And I don't know if we want to be setting the maximum HP here. Max HP should maybe only be getting set when we do something that affects it. Maybe don't need to worry about it right now. Alright, so pay as cost, let's just say current equals current minus value. And we will mathf or math.clamp. And I'm sure there's an int version of this. Yep. So we just do math clamp. The value is going to be current minus value. The minimum is going to be 0, but we probably don't want to hard code that. Why not? Of course it's 0. And the maximum health is going to be your maximum HP. Now I wonder if I can extract this into the stat wrapper and then just overwrite it. And then that means that these can all be exactly the same. Let's give it a shot. So I'll put public virtual and or maybe abstract and get rid of this. Um, hmm. If I just have Nothing? Okay, it does nothing. Return 0. And then can I simply override that in here? Interesting, because now these don't need to be abstract, I believe. Although, if I want to have static um, events, I do think this matters. I think it has to be in the object itself. It can't be in the base class. I'll just confirm that though, because I'm not certain. If I use static event handlers in a subclass, no, in a base class, and have two different subclasses, is there any way to make the static event handlers only trigger for subclass or the other? Or yeah, let's just try that and see what it says. Inherently tied to the class they're defined in. Yeah, so even if this thing here is going to trigger for all base classes, I don't think there's a good way of having it only for one. So you just have to have two different events and then trigger one, trigger one. Nah, that looks terrible. Looks terrible. Let's just play it easy. And play it easy. It doesn't really need that. Let's just undo. Don't need it. Because we want to trigger events in here. So even if this had content, I don't think we're really saving ourselves any bother. Maybe just making more bother. Why is maximum pissed off? Ah. Okay, but this is probably going to be the same in the MP one. So this is going to be current equals math.clamp, current plus value, and then 0 is the lowest it can go, maximum is the highest it can go. And this is just like pay as a cost. Current minus value, 0 maximum. And the reason I would keep this separate is for the events and for the cost itself. You may want to reduce the HP because of a reason that's not just because they've taken damage, and you may want to trigger an effect off of that. But then maybe HP doesn't care. Maybe that's the thing. If I create an action that is paying a cost, the action itself can trigger an event. Okay, we're on to something here. My brain's working again. Uh, it should just be, it should be restore or reduce or something like that. Just we want to reduce the health, we want to restore the health. Okay, let's try that because my brain's thinking in a different way now. We probably don't care about this. All the HB is caring about right now is if it's increasing or decreasing. So I'm even going to change this. Increase, decrease. And maybe set. Abstract void set. So I need to implement the new class set. Current is going to be equal to that, but then it still needs to be clamped. 0 and maximum, because that's the whole point of health and I guess MP or anything, any sort of resource. That's essentially what this is now that I'm thinking about it. It's less stat wrapper and more resource, but I think if I call it resource, I'll probably forget what it means. So stat wrapper for now is fine. I've got current, maximum, decrease, increase, set, looking lovely. We'll copy this. Public static event, event handler on HP, on increase, on decrease, on, you know what, on changed. And we're going to have on changed event args. In here we will have current, delta, and then there should be some sort of object that explains why it changed. But for now this is fine. Just remember to add the event args to the end of it. So if we decrease, we're going to trigger an event. All the events are going to be pretty similar, so I'm just going to make a little function to do it for me. Trigger on changed event. We're just going to pass in the delta because it's going to be different, whereas the others are going to be fine. And previous equals current, and then the current's going to change, and then we're going to trigger on changed event, and we're going to pass in current minus previous. That gives us the delta of how it changed. So if the current is now 40 and we used to have 30, then we'll pass in 10, which is positive 10. Trigger on changed event, but we're going to have to grab the previous again. Current minus previous. So for decrease, it also works. If you start with 50 and then you minus 10, it'll be 40 minus 50, which gives minus 10. So we know that we lost 10. So current equals current, and delta equals delta. This one might be a bit different because it's not really changed as such. It's been set, but we'll add it anyway because you never know. Okay, so instead of having to type this out every time, I can just call an event and pass in a different delta. So that's fine, that looks good. Now I think I can just copy all of this and then change it a little bit for the maximum and current. So let's go create a new script, we'll call it MP, and it's a start wrapper type. We're going to paste everything apart from current and maximum is pretty much neutral. We don't refer to HP or anything, so that's good. And let's go to entities, stat, and let's add another stat. Now I'm going to add it here, which means I'm going to have to update all those damn the stats on the characters, which is kind of lame. Yep, so this is going to be speed, jump. So this is going to be speed and this is going to be jump. Alright, so then we can also add in two more for MP, max MP. Dragon Knight, maybe he's just got 5. Thief, maybe he's got none. What's this? Orc. Yeah, we'll just go none again. And then the mage lady, we'll give her 5 billion. And we should also add on our stat wrapper. So there's HP, MP. Actually, I should do that on prefab, so I don't need to update any of these values. HP and MP. Now these should all have it. Awesome. Now the unit script should probably have a reference to the HP and the MP. Okay, return that, and then public MP, get that. But we're also going to do that on, or something similar like that on the battle unit. Just like how we have access to the stats, we want pretty quick access to HP and MP, same thing. Because we use it so often, it's worth doing this instead of going .unit, .hp, . Okay, so back in MP, we can just change this now. So current is the stat.mp and the maximum is maximum MP. So what did we do there? We added an onChanged event to HP. So if we remember, we can go to our UI scripts and then go to active battle unit details. We have HP here. So we can subscribe to an event, which is hp.onChanged. So what event args do we have? HP equals sender as HP, and then I thought we would have the parent, but I guess I made that private or protected. We also want to track the current battle unit. So when we update the battle unit, this dot battle unit equals that, and this means when the HP changes, we can track it. So in stat wrapper, maybe this ends up getting some kind of public battle unit, parent battle unit, and it just returns parent battle unit. So in the UI, we can now say we have a reference to the battle unit whose health just changed. If the battle unit whose health just changed is not equal to the battle unit that is currently active, we just return, we don't care. But if it is the same one, we take current HP dot text and make it equal to HP parent battle unit, actually just HP dot current. And I guess we don't need to pass in the current in the argument because we're grabbing it. Maybe a neater way of doing this, it's maybe slower, so I'd pass in the battle unit whose health just changed. I don't know how much slower this will make it by adding in more data than you really need, because essentially you have access to the health. All you need to pass through is the delta, but is this neat? Does this make a lot of sense at a glance what's happening here? Or would it be better to simply say if e.battleUnit equals battleUnit? And maybe we can even call it sender battleUnit or something. Um, but then, is it always going to be a battle unit? This is now the problem. I guess it would be entity. An entity. So now we're getting into the nitty gritty. I don't even have entities set up, but now I'm wondering if we need to worry about an entity sending through that their HP has changed rather than a battle unit. So entities can be maybe a trap that has health so you can destroy it before you stand on it, or a door that blocks your way, or even just a gun turret. Maybe that, nah, a gun turret might be better just being a battle unit. But yeah, just things. Things would count as entities. Unit is not an entity. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself again when I don't need to. So let's go back out of this. E dot sender battle unit does not equal to that, then we get out of there, and then the current HP equals E dot current dot toString. And I guess all unchanged. I'm not tracking if the max has changed. Um, let's just add a maximum as well. So now it might really be getting wasteful since you can just pull this from the sender. Now I do feel a bit bad about all the data that's been sent through, probably unnecessarily. Even though it probably doesn't matter. Okay, let's be better about this. Delta. That's all we're passing through. Same with you, bucko. Get out of here. So, HP equals sender as HP. And then we'll say battle unit, sender battle unit equals HP dot parent. And then we can just say here, if the sender battle unit does not equal to that, return. Otherwise, current HP equals HP dot current. I guess that's clean enough. H equals HP dot current toString. Maximum HP text equals HP dot maximum toString. And that's probably much better than what I had. Private void set health int current int maximum. Bit cleaner, bit nicer. Okay, now let's see if it actually works. So same test as before. I'm gonna try going into the menu or the what's it called, the target state, and then if I click on something, it should reduce my health. Not you, this one. It should reduce by 15 and leave me with 10. Okay, so oh, I'm not using the wrapper, so it's still reducing my health in the old way. Where is it? Select action, perform movement. Nope. Get out here, get out here. So select target, cost.pay. Cost.pay, so it's going to be HP cost. So here's where we actually pay. So it looks quite a bit different now, and watch how much nicer it's going to look when we do battle unit dot HP dot reduce, increase, lower. What did I call it? Increase, decrease. Okay, that makes more sense. Decrease, and it's going to be calculate cost. And the source is going to be, I don't know, I just paid. Does it need a source? No, I don't think it does need it anymore because I'm going to try using actions to handle all of that. So get the source out of there. Start wrapper, get rid of the source. U2. Back to HP cost and alright, so yeah, we just access HP, the stat wrapper, battle unit, HP, decrease, calculate cost, so much better than find the current cost and then reduce it. Yeah, get it out. And then yeah, we basically just copy this thing, but make MP cost. So I'll just copy that and then hope I remember to actually change all of this stuff that I should be. Let's oh, uh-oh. Easy peasy. Get it out. Get it out. So I'll just run it to make sure the cost updates the UI now. So should become 15. And it breaks. Lovely. Parent starts. Not. It's not a thing. Get component HP. So what's which part's breaking? HP parent starts. Oh. So most likely the parent battle unit is returning nothing. Ah. It's not the parent battle unit, it's simply the parent unit. We haven't attached this to a battle unit, we've attached it to a unit. Okay. Everything still makes sense. If I grab the unit and then run some stat stuff, yep, should all be fine. I don't think I've used battle unit specific code in here. A unit doesn't have stats? Yeah, it does. Ambiguity between unit.stats and unit.stats. Unit. Oh no. What did I change by accident there? So I think that's when I renamed something. It fucked it all up in the stat wrapper. Let's check unit. Yeah. I think I changed battle unit to unit. Oh god. Okay, we got battle unit back. uh, I just fucked everything. Let's see how easily I can unfuck this before I have to just revert. Okay, that was easy. It's all fixed. Battle units are battle units again with units, and units are units with stats and HP. Okay, let's just run it, see if it still works. So 25, 100, we're going to reduce to 15, and it breaks. Okay, so this means I can actually check what did I change. Is it just the unit thing again? Yeah, okay, here we go. So I renamed this, which broke everything. So I can just, instead of renaming, I'll just delete the old-fashioned way. A component unit. So that's what it was. I renamed something here when I really meant to just delete it and change to a unit. Okay. I think we're probably good. Yeah, a lot of this stuff. Rename, 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 rename. And then in HP as well, I'm assuming. Yeah, tab, tab, tab. Let's see. Parent unit. Oh, what's it saying? Unit, sender unit. If the sender unit is not equal to the battle unit's unit. So here's a little bit of a change. We are passing through a unit, not a battle unit. And this is why it's very important. I keep stressing it. Be explicit about your terms. If this is a battle unit, call it a battle unit. If it's a unit, call it a unit. So now we know just at a glance how to fix that, or how we did fix that. This says unit. This was a battle unit. It was thrown an error, so it's dot unit is what we're looking for. Okay, let's go again. Error or 15. Okay, it added on. Can pay added on. 25 plus 15. So that's not the worst. That's simply just putting the wrong number in somewhere or the wrong sign. It's good to see that it worked. Um, so select target position, pay. We want to pay HP cost, and then it says HP must be greater than the cost, and then pay is the cost decrease, and it adds. Easy fix. Increase is minus, so I just got those flipped round the wrong way. And because the way it's set up, none of this really needs to change too much. Previous, get the current, do something with it, trigger the event. Okay, let's see. Is it going to go down to 10? Yes, and now if I try and do it again, it's going to say, you can't pay, you can't pay. Okay, good progress. Boom, boom, boom. It only cost 9, so she can do it lots. And it costs 7 for you, so she can do it twice. Boom, boom. Lovely. It's coming together. Just not much of a game yet, since none of it's dynamic. So we did HP cost. I've still to do MP cost. So yeah, I copied that a long time ago and didn't actually use it. So copy. Maybe may as well just copy that actually. MP cost. So you know what? Better wording. Let's get rid of the HP in there. Just flat cost. Percentage cost. Keeps it a bit more uniform. Percentage cost. Percentage. What? Hey. You know what? That's a good catch. Bad wording here. Well, let's go percentage. That's bad as well. Result maybe percentage. Percentage cost is kind of what it is though. Maybe this is percent. Percentage amount. Let's go with that. Percentage amount here. Percentage cost plus the flat cost can pay. So we're just going to chuck in the MP here. Make sure we're looking for the MP object, the stat wrapper, and then make sure it says MP. Now, is that everything? Nope, max MP is what we're interested in here. All right, and we'll just do the same thing as before. We'll set up a skill that has an MP cost. We'll give the lady 100, so it's an easy check to see how much it's been spent. Ability, first aid, we'll switch back to this one. Give it an MP cost. We'll say it costs 20% and you're adding on 5. And we'll just switch the first aid as the ability. Let's see if it works straight off the bat. Well, let's see. So if I switch over to this lady, I guess there's no, we don't see the MP yet. I would need to add that to the UI. The video's not that long. Let's just add the MP to the UI. So switch back to the game view so we can see. Is this too small now? Let's see. Let's go 200. The face can just be planted in the middle with maybe a little bit of a buffer there. Um, Instead of numbers, you can have bars. That takes up a lot less space, but for the sake of getting it done quick, for now, I'll just slap in MP. Same thing, but 8 or -8. So wherever the code is for the UI, we'll just grab this. We will copy this like that, copy this like that. Current MP, maximum MP. And just before I forget, I'll actually copy this in or drag this in using the inspector. Current, maximum. And then I can also have a private void set MP. Set health is kind of weird since we've not used the word health. We always use it HP. Current and maximum. Current MP.text equals current.toString. Maximum MP equals maximum to string. Sweet. So set MP battle unit dot starts dot get. Although, yeah, this is a lot easier now as well. We don't need this. HP dot current. It's a lot shorter, a lot neater. HP dot maximum, and then we do the same thing. Go MP dot current battle unit MP dot maximum. And the cool thing about separating these into their own function, we can add mp.onChanged and have its own function here. So if the HP changes, we only update the HP boxes, text boxes. But if the MP changes, the only thing we change is the MP on display. MP.parent unit. If the sender unit is not equal to battle unit.unit, then return early because we don't care. And maybe just put those together because they're kind of the same part of code. Otherwise, we set the MP equal to mp.current mp.maximum. So we moved that in 200. We should probably move this by 200 now. And let's just see if it worked without error. So he's got no mana. 5, 0, 100. Let's see if we can. This should take off 25. 25 MP, and it didn't do shit. Okay, how come? Cost. So if the cost, if you can pay the cost, scream. If you can't pay the cost, scream. If you can, just do it. MP dot. Did we decrease? Wait, whoa, how did that happen? Did I copy the old code and I didn't change it? Increase is going to be plus plus. Dangers of copying and pasting code. We've shown a lot of we've shown a lot of good reasons why we try and follow proper rules and shit. Now I'm a little worried of what else I maybe changed in the meantime and completely forgotten about by now. Okay, decrease, increase, set, all good. And it is just the delta we're passing over. Good stuff. Let's try now. So yeah, it would have looked like nothing changed because we had increased the MP by whatever the value was, and it doesn't go above the maximum, so it just looked like it didn't change. Okay, here we go. Lovely. Mmm, delicious. And it can't pay the cost now. Oh, it's amazing. Okay, that's MP. Start wrapper. Even added a little bit to the UI. Nice quick video still. What will I do in the next one? What's next? Maybe hit chance. Um, Maybe I'll try and roll hit chance and actually selecting targets based on what you've picked. Or I can just do hit chance and dump out a log, debug.log of what the chance would have been and if you would have hit it or not. Actually, no. Hit chance is part of um, hit chance is part of the effect container list. So we've not done this yet. Target condition. We've not done effect container, and effect container relies on this. So I've got to do target condition list next. Okay, that's the deal has been sealed. I'll see you in the next video.